guys, my name is Prince of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and you are welcome to Comic Trend. So before I proceed, I will tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm a computer boy, I'm a full stack web developer, I build mobile app, and I'm a webmaster. I love to share news, I love to search for stuff on the internet and then share. I love sharing stuff, I like sharing knowledge. So I love food too. Yes, I love food, I don't joke with food. I love music. But I can't sing, I can't dance, so please note that. I love art and creativity. I love anything that has to do with creativity, but I can't draw. I can't even draw my name with pencil. So I'm sure you're wondering how I got into comics. So I got into comics after I watched Captain America: Civil War. Let me tell you guys, I'm so sorry. Captain America is my favorite character, is my favorite superhero. I don't care about Superman, I don't care about Batman. Captain America is my favorite superhero. After watching Civil War, I started watching Iron Man. I watch Iron Man too, but I don't like Iron Man anyway. He's too proud. I don't really like him like Batman. I watch Iron Man and Superman. You know what? I'm sure you guys have watched the Dark Knight. After then, I really got deep. I was more interested into comics. Then I started reading hard comics. I started reading Captain Marvel, different ones, anything I can just lay my hand on. And in fact, I even started reading what's it called, this Japanese, because every other culture has this Japanese manga, like the One Piece, Attack on Titans. And guys, that One Piece has about 1,000 chapters. Like a comic, 1,000 chapters. What are you guys doing? Like, I'm sure the story must be crazy. So I just started reading it, and I've given myself a task that, you know what, I must get to that last chapter, the 1,000 chapter, I must get there. So, but what's there's something that after reading all these things, but there's one burden I've always had, like, why don't I see anything from Africa, anything from Nigeria? Why don't I see a black superhero? Why don't I see someone flying over Third Milan Bridge? Why don't I see someone saving people? I was really worried. I was like, okay, so we don't have a Nigerian superhero, we don't have someone in Nigeria that can create comics. But to my amazement, like, I got to find out that there are comic books in Nigeria. I saw a link that was written back then in 2012, talking about one company, one of the comic book company. And I was like, wow, so really we have comic books in Nigeria. And that was why, like, okay, I felt relaxed. I'm like, okay, Prince, you're welcome home. Then I started looking, digging deep and to find out more. And I saw that there are so many. I saw groups on Facebook with a lot of comics, like creators, not just creators, people, brilliant minds. Like when I say brilliant mind with brilliant story, like stories that can compete with any stories around the world. Do you know that we even have a black superhero that is as strong? Please don't tell anyone I said this. The guy is as strong as Captain Marvel. I'm sure everyone watched the Endgame. You saw what happened at the Endgame. That guy is as strong as Captain Marvel. Like, the guy can carry the sun. The sun cannot do him anything. That guy is so strong. So you can imagine that we have this brilliant mind in Africa. So that I got more interested in it. But there's one question I kept asking myself, like, okay, because after watching Civil War, like, I went on YouTube, you could see some guys really digesting what happened in Civil War, scene by scene. They tell you what happened. You can now understand the story. In fact, whenever a new movie wants to come out, what I do first, I go on YouTube, I try to watch preview. Some people call it spoiler, but I don't care. I want to know what happened before I go to watch, because I don't like surprises anyway. So, but look, they're no one talking about these brilliant minds that we have in Nigeria. No one is talking about their content. There's no community. There's no fan base. And it's not like people are not interested in this, because I know a lot of people are interested in it. Like, I'm interested in this. Some people around my neighborhood, some of my friends, are also interested in these Nigerian comics. They read them, we share them, I collect from some of my friends. But there's nobody talking about it. There are events, guys, you don't believe, there are events that are dedicated to comics. There's Comic-Con, there's Unicorn. Those two events, big events that are dedicated to comics. Comic-Con 2 was amazing. Like, I was there. I left my house. I got there around 9 a.m. in the morning, and I left there around 6 a.m. What was I doing? I was reading comics made by Nigerians. In Nigeria, look, they didn't import it, or they didn't go outside to go and do it, maybe they didn't do it outside. They did this in Nigeria. Most of the painters, the inkers, the people that draw it, they are in Nigeria. These guys are in Nigeria. I was just going from table to table, reading different series, and I was amazed. I didn't believe what I saw. Like, I thought, for a minute, I thought maybe I was not in Nigeria. I thought maybe I traveled. No, when you're having a dream, I was like, okay, but this is real life. this is real life. Nigeria have this brilliant content. So I got more interested in them. But what really bothered me is that with those events, that Comic-Con has thousands of people. Like thousands of people were coming in, going out, coming in, going out. When I left there were still people outside. But there's no one talking about these things online. There's no one really treating these issues like the way the white guys promote their own content. Is that we're not proud of our content, or we're not proud of this brilliant mind that are producing this content. So that is why I've decided to create this channel, this show, the Comic Trend with Prince V. Please, guys, I want you to do me a favor. There's the right corner of this video, right bottom of this video, you will see the subscribe button. Please subscribe. Turn on the notification and drop your comment. Maybe you have a comic series that you want me to share. You have something you want to say. Please, like a suggestion or something, drop in the comment box. You know why? Because the next video you are going to see, I'm going to be reviewing some of these fantastic comic series that I've seen. I've selected three fantastic series. There's Versus. Versus is done by Comic Bandits. This is a company in Nigeria, as in a company in Nigeria that does comics. So you know what it means to have a company. So these guys are dedicated to their craft. We have Drifters by New Dawn Creative. Wow. When I read that Drifter, in fact, I was like, wait, so in Nigeria could actually create this. You know these things you watch, all these Star Wars, all this that you watch, you see a new world and all of that. You will see them in Drifters. I've read from the prologue to, right now I'm in issue 7. I'm in issue 7. So I'm reading issue 7. I think maybe issue 8. Yeah, I think issue 8 is coming out. I'm going to check after. I will check to see more. Issue 8 and maybe issue 9 or something. Then there's this another one, Avanome by Comic Republic. God, that comic is crazy. It's a woman, what's it called? A woman superhero, an African woman superhero. So you can imagine, Avanome is, when I read the first chapter, like the first series, I was amazed. And I'm like, what? Since nobody's talking about this, I will be the first person to start talking about this series. So on this channel, on this show, we're going to be looking at comic series, because I understand that there's a lot of what's it called? A lot of comic stories. There's a lot of stories that about comics, where they talk about the God of Thunder, Amadora, God of Lightning, God of Fire, God of Smoke, different stories. Ireti, Barikisu, different series. But most of those books they're not in series. And you know what? You know how it is when you're watching a series, like Game of Thrones, The Vikings, all those Prison Break, different strange things, all those Netflix series. You know that attachment that you have with them. But those other stories are not like that. So these series are more like that. That comic that you get attached to. You want to know what happened in the next series. You want to find out what happened. And at the end of the day, you know that feeling. So that's how I've decided to treat those 3 issues. One, the Drifters by New Dawn Creative, Avanome by Comic Republic, and then Versus by Comic Bandits. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to start with. That's why I want you to please subscribe, turn on your notification, and share. Follow us on Instagram. We're on Instagram at Galactic Comic Network. Follow us on Instagram. You see the handles on the screen. Please follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Like our page on Facebook. Let's build this community. Let's build the new Wakanda. Because these guys are creating... They're doing a fantastic job. We need to promote them. We need to let the world see what we are doing here. The world has become a global village. We need to let the world know. You never can tell. Maybe the next Stan Lee is coming from Africa. Because these guys are brilliant. These writers are brilliant. These guys are right. They are brilliant. So we need to promote them. We need to support them. We need to create a fan base for them. So please subscribe. Like if you have maybe you have a comic story that you want me to review, please feel free to drop it on the comment box. I will check it out and I will read it. If I like it, I'm going to review it I will add it to my reviewing list I'm going to do. So, but we are starting with the three comic books that I've mentioned: the Drifters, the Versus, and Avanome. I'm not going to tell you the one I'm going to start with. So next week, that's what I'm going to do. Next video, you're going to see I'll be treating those. I'll be treating them in details. So once again, my name is Prince V of the Federal Republic, and I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video to this time. And again, welcome to the new Wakanda. Peace.